TME! Been sitting here waiting for a minute to get unloaded. I am actually at the same place that I was at in the last video. We're gonna do things a little bit different. So what I'm gonna do is what I wanted to do in that video. I'm talking about the one before that. It's called Mountain Mulch. Where I drove up here to Blairsville, Georgia, delivered some mulch, and then had to go back. My intent was to use US19 to get back in that video, but under the circumstances, I kind of messed myself up in my ability to do that. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. So, I want to talk to you guys in this video about some important things. Last thing I'll say as I'm waiting to get uploaded is, I haven't said this in a while, but I want to thank everybody for watching my content. I really appreciate it. You guys are helping me, especially if you rate the video. You're giving me an idea about what you guys want to see. I know that you guys don't like to hear me talk as much as you like to watch me work. My intention is to get you guys to check out my new stuff that I'm going to be working on in the near future, to let me know what you think about it. Your feedback means a lot to me. Now, I'll leave it at that and stay tuned. Look at all those rocks. Don't want any broken windshields. Whoa. Wow. Okay. I'm glad I got that on camera. You see how people react? They see a truck in a car parking lot and they just freak out. Okay. A lot of people, they see a truck and they just automatically, like maybe it's a motor function in their brain, but if they see a truck, they cannot help themselves. They have to pull out in front of the truck, no matter what. They're almost like deer or something on the side of the road. It's a truck! I gotta jump out! Trucks are slow! I gotta get in front of the truck! I gotta do what I gotta do before the truck! Kind of thing. So, yeah. Welcome back, guys. So we are about 3 hours away from Jackson, where I live. We're headed back now since I'm in a truck. This is the road right here that's gonna get me onto US19 and actually US129. These are the roads that I'm gonna take to get down further south, because right now we are in the tippity top of the state of Georgia. We're about 15 miles or so from North Carolina right now, so we got a long way to go. I'm not gonna film the whole thing, and it is 1600, so yeah, it's gonna be a late one for me. I don't normally film on Wednesdays, but I figured this will be a good opportunity to show you guys some nice mountain scenery. And now that I'm empty, it shouldn't be a problem. Now this road right here, it's actually pretty important, because if you're in a truck, this is your only access to US19 in Blairsville. There is an off-ramp that goes down that way, like on the other side of Home Depot. We made a left turn. You can make a right turn out of there, and there's an off-ramp that'll get you on US19, but it's strictly enforced, you know, no trucks. This is
actually the bypass right here. Because whatever's on US19 between here at this turnoff and up there where Georgia 515 is, whatever's in this portion right here, they don't want trucks accessing. I'm not sure what it is. It could be a low clearance for all I know. But yeah, all I know is this is the way you have to go. This one road that we've been on, it's not very long at all. It might be a mile or two, but it's the bypass road. So we're gonna make a left turn now and go south on US 19. See, no trucks. It's not the kind of road that you want to take when you're heavy, for sure. It's not a problem when you don't have anything on your trailer. But if you're loaded heavy, nah, you don't want to go this way at all. It's a bad choice. So, and you guys are gonna see why. Actually, I'll open up the map right here and I'll show you some of these turns that we got coming up. Like this one right here. Yeah, could you imagine climbing up something like that, fully loaded with a mile of traffic behind you? Could you imagine doing that? And see, if you didn't study a map and look at the way US 19 is shaped on the map, you know, the different zigzag directions it's going in, you wouldn't know any different if you just, you know, thought, well, hey, it's a US route, I should be good on it. But you don't actually study the map to see what it's like, then you'll overlook that, and then you'll get out there, and when you get out there, it's too late. You start regretting it, I'm sure. But it's beautiful. It's a beautiful April day. Nice weather despite the fact that it's overcast. It hasn't rained yet, so that's good. Check out the creek down there. Yeah, see, this is everything I was talking about in the video entitled Mountain Mulch. Well, this kind of just sums it up right here. This is what I was trying to describe to you guys. Just beautiful landscape all around. Nice scenic driving. It takes a lot longer to do stuff like this, but sometimes it helps you, you know, it just kind of soothes your nerves a little bit, especially after driving around in Atlanta so much. It's nice to get out here on roads like this and just kick back. As long as you got enough time, you know, hours of service to do it, and you're done for the day with your loads, it's perfect, you know. I don't get to do stuff like this very much anymore. Lately I've been working, you know, a lot in the metro Atlanta area. I actually had to go to Atlanta a lot, and a couple weeks ago I hauled my first oversized load, and I apologize for not filming that, but I didn't actually have my camera with me. I've been having to do broker loads again on top of the Scott's loads that I do regularly, and sometimes that requires that I stay out overnight. So I'm not out for like a week straight. I'm just staying out for a night or two, and then, you know, coming back. And so it just so happened to be one of those days where I didn't bring my camera, didn't grab it, and I had no idea they were going to put the load on me. I'll try to find a picture of it. It was two giant transformers and they were wider than the trailer, but they were still under 12 feet wide. They were probably like, you know, 10 and a half feet wide or something like that. It wasn't hanging over too bad, but it was still oversized, so I had to get a permit. Had to wait overnight to get the permit, and I learned a lot about oversized loads and permits and everything else. I did a lot of research on it. I realized that, you know, you can only drive in Atlanta during certain hours and on certain days if you have an oversized permit, and I didn't know that, so I'm glad I did the research. But even after I got the permit, they gave me a specific route that I had to take, because the delivery was in Atlanta. It was actually same place I described to you guys before, where I used to work in Atlanta, but they tore the warehouse that I was working out of down, and they have rebuilt something new on that property. And so the transformers I was delivering were part of the construction that they're working on right now. But now we're getting into the mountain stuff, the mountain views. This is just the beginning of it. It's gonna go on for about 20 miles, maybe a little bit more. But it's like this. It's like this, and it's actually more intense than this. I just like looking at it, you guys. It's very peaceful and tranquil. And yes, you're gonna get traffic behind you. Even though I am doing the speed limit, I'm not going under the speed limit, but you'll get traffic behind you, but you just ignore them. You know, if you see a pull off, let them go around you. But other than that, just ignore them. Don't worry about them. Enjoy it. So this, I believe this is called Byron, Georgia. And it's just a small mountain town. I think it's the perfect time to be filming this landscape too, because the leaves, you know, they're just coming out and it's just really pretty. I'm sure it would be even better in the fall, but you know, the likelihood of me coming through here in the fall is just a toss-up, so might as well get it now, right? Okay, this is also the Chattahoochee National Forest right here. And as we climb these mountains, the road's gonna get a little bit more intense. I'm gonna turn my headlights on. It's kind of foggy. This is a curve right here. Oh yeah. You guys see what I mean now. You don't want to come through here heavy, especially not with a flatbed. There's too many curves. I mean, I'm sure they do it. I'm sure trucks come through here all the time heavy, but there are parts of the road, like the shoulder, where there are drop-offs on some of these curves, so that's what I really got to slow down, because I don't want my trailer, you know, the wheels on the back of my trailer going off one of those drop-offs. That would be bad. So the trick is to just swing it as wide as you possibly can. It's real foggy today. I'm sorry, guys. It's just a complete whiteout. You can't see nothing. Which means I need to drive even slower than normal. Alright, we got a truck sign, use lower gear. I think stuff like this is good for you when you're a truck driver, you know? It just, you're polishing your skill, you know? Yeah, you might be slowing traffic down a little bit, but like I said, if you get an opportunity to get out of their way, then just get out of their way. No big deal. But, I mean, my choices were kind of slim getting back. It was either go this way or take the interstate to get back. And I means sitting in Atlanta traffic, you know, rush hour, afternoon traffic. Yeah, this turn right here, this is the one that I was pointing out to you on the map. And that's a pretty intense turn right there. Could you imagine coming down this heavy? I got a sign that says slow vehicle pull off, but this area right here is not big enough for me. I was really hoping that you guys would be able to see better than this, but I'm gonna pull off right here. Get out of their way. They just honked at me. I hope they were thanking me. I'm sure they were. yeah, guys, what do you think? Leave a comment. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. It's different, isn't it? It's something different as far as the content goes. You know what's weird is that, like, they've got all these signs saying slow vehicle pull off, but all these places to pull off are too small for trucks, and trucks are the vehicles that are going to be slow. But the place where I just pulled off at didn't have a sign, and it was actually big enough for me to pull off. So what the heck is up with that? It's just misty out here. Okay, just cleared up a little bit right here. I'm having fun, guys. I'm enjoying it. Oh yeah, this is a good one too. Oh yeah. Hey, there's a little waterfall on the rocks up there. This road, man, this road. It makes me smile. Here we go. Here's another hairpin turn right here. Slow way down for this one. Thankfully, there's nobody behind me. Oh yeah. Looks like you're going to be able to see a little bit of the view now that we're on the other side of that mountain going down. So if you're a truck driver, I have a question for you. If you got paid load percentage, meaning that it didn't matter how many miles you drove or anything else, all you got was load percentage. And so whichever route you took wouldn't really matter. You're still going to get paid the same amount. Would you rather take a road like this, or would you rather use the interstate in thick traffic? What do you think? Some people would probably be like, I'd still rather use the interstate because it's quicker, but not me. I just had a lot of fun doing that. Probably won't get to do it again anytime soon, but that was fun. Got some road work ahead. And don't get me wrong, I mean, the route that I'm taking to get back, there's still going to be traffic, but it's not going to be like sitting on the interstate. Sitting in that traffic on 75 south going down to 285. And then going around Atlanta on 285, it's not going to be traffic like that. Okay, we're coming up on this road work. There's another city somewhere close to here. I mentioned Helen. Helen's not far away from here, but there's another city called Brasstown. And there's a big mountain in that area. It's called Brasstown Bald, and it's the highest point in Georgia. So it's kind of a big deal. I mean, you go to Tennessee, and you get on the Blue Ridge Parkway, you're gonna come across Klingman's Dome, which is another mountain, and it's a lot higher than Brasstown Bald. So if you compare it, it's not that big of a deal, but it's a pretty big deal because it's the highest lookout point in Georgia, and it's not far from here. It's actually right up above Helen. Yeah, that was US 19. Still is US 19. This is the same road. Keep in mind, guys, this is the same road that goes all the way down to 285. Like right up above Atlanta, like due north from downtown Atlanta. Which is also Georgia 400. This part of it's not Georgia 400, but this is US 19, which is connected with Georgia 400. I mean, right up above Atlanta, actually goes down into Atlanta, all the way through. But it's just crazy to see the transition and how much different this part of the road is from down there. Okay, we're about 4 miles away from our turnoff. That was just a quick little segment. I wanted to get most of that for you guys, but we're pretty much out of the mountain road area, the intense driving portion. So I'll just kind of break down the route that I'm going to take back. I'm going to use US 129, and I'm going to take that down to US 23 and go like southwest, which turns into I-985. But then when I get down there, I'm gonna jump off on Georgia 53 and go south and kind of go around the city of Winder, and I'm gonna go down through Loganville, because after I get, you know, past Winder, I'm gonna jump on Georgia Highway 81, take that all the way down through Covington, kind of bypass Covington, and then get on Georgia Highway 36 and take that all the way back to Jackson. So it's about a 3-hour drive. There is going to be traffic again. I do have another option. I could take these other 2 state highways to get over to US 441 and then go down through Athens. It says it's going to be a little bit quicker to do that, but seems like to me Athens would have more of a traffic problem right now for me than the way that I'm thinking about going. So yeah, it's gonna be a long shift. It's gonna be pretty close to 14 hours by the time I get back tonight. Takes a long time to get up here, and then whenever you like I was saying, if I was to go back that other way that I showed you in the last video, Georgia 515, going back down to I-75, I'd still be sitting in a lot of traffic in Atlanta. So I'd rather just take these chilled out back roads, honestly. You guys know me. Well, guys, now it's saying that it's going to be 11 minutes faster to go through Athens. So I might do that. But my turn is coming up in like 0.3 of a mile if I'm gonna go through Athens. So this is kind of an interesting square right here. I forget what town this is, but it's kind of a cool square. I like showing you guys squares, you know that too. But I think I am gonna go this way since it'll save me 11 minutes. That's 11 minutes of my life that I'm not gonna get back otherwise. It's 11 minutes. So think about all the things you can do in 11 minutes. I could check my email in 11 minutes and pay a credit card bill or two, you know. There's a lot of stuff I could do in 11 minutes besides sitting in traffic. I know that. And I guess this will be a new interesting road to check out, because I don't think I've ever been on Georgia 115. It's not ringing a bell. Like I can't recall ever being on this road. So this might be kind of cool. Who knows what we'll find out here. There's an old cemetery. Kind of giving off a funny kind of vibe on an overcast day like today. A lot of sports going on right now. My son, he's doing soccer right now too. It's soccer season. Unfortunately, I don't get to go to his games. I'm usually working pretty late every night, so I just get to see him afterwards and ask him how it went. But at least I get to do that much. Okay, sorry, I can't help myself. It started looking interesting again, so yeah, this is 115. As I mentioned before, I'm gonna be making a right and headed south up here in a mile onto Georgia 384. Now that's also gonna get me down there to US 23, but I'll be headed in the opposite direction, just briefly, on US 23. Now I'm gonna come up to a huge intersection where 23 crosses over 441. And jumping on 441 and going south, taking the east side of the loop around Athens, and then getting back on 441 and going down to Madison. Now, I could probably show you guys Madison. You guys might be interested in seeing Madison. I don't know. Maybe I'll go through there. It's a pretty cool, interesting old town. I do know a quicker way to bypass Madison, but I know that I'm allowed to go through. They don't have any issues with that, so yeah. Might show you guys Madison, depending on how Tom's looking. All right, Georgia 384, another new highway for me, as far as I know. So crazy how much of a stark contrast there is in the state of Georgia once you get outside of the metro Atlanta area. Now seriously guys, like I'll try to find a population density map and show you that most of the people that live in this state live in metro Atlanta, and then once you get outside of that area it just drops off. So it's kind of nice. I mean, we've got our bigger cities, Savannah, Columbus, Macon, Augusta, Valdosta, you know, but most of the population, including myself, lives in metro Atlanta. So yeah, this is another nice road, simply just because it doesn't have any traffic on it. Not really. That makes it nice enough for me. Here we go. Here's some nice scenery up here. All that green grass. Oh, that's somebody's front yard. Oh, wow. Check it out with the big oak trees. Can you guys see that? That's a nice piece of property right there. Beautiful. I'm going to keep going and jump on US 23. From there, there's certainly got to be some kind of a connector that's going to put me on 441. Yeah, there's a really weird looking interchange, and the roads don't actually cross over each other. They're actually coming together right there. US 23 and US 441. I just hope there's a way that I can turn on to US 441 and go south, because it kind of forks. I don't know if you guys can see it on the map or not, but it kind of forks right there. don't know if those are like ramps or if that's a red light intersection. If I'm gonna get some signs up here telling me like 441 south, or that's what I'm looking for, is stuff like that. But this is where 23 crosses over. There is a road straight in front of us that'll get me going in that direction, but again, it's like a residential. It's not a state highway, so I'd rather just not take the chance and try to stay off of that road, because that's not even the road that goes to 441. It just takes you to another road to 441. So we're gonna get on this highway, US 23, head up northeast. Okay, it looks like there is access up here to 441 south. To 441 south, yep. So I hope you guys kind of get an idea about how I navigate. Like I use Google Maps, but I also, you know, connect it with the signs, and I connect it with my own theory. Especially when I'm in Georgia, it's a little bit different, and I'm a little bit more cautious if I'm in another state like Florida or something like that, where I'm not as easy going about it, I guess was the right word. I'm a little bit more cautious when I'm in other states, but when I'm in Georgia, like I have a well-rounded understanding about the way the roads work here, so I don't ever really have to worry about getting on the wrong roads, you know what I'm saying? I have a proven method, and I can usually just use that method and navigate on the fly. Every now and then I'll run into a hiccup or something, and it'll throw me off. Like some of these US routes, even in Georgia, have low clearances on them. I ran into one, actually, I was telling you guys about that oversized load. Yeah, I was on US 41 up there, also in North Georgia, but kind of on the west side, real close to I-75. And going down US 441, well, come to find out, there's a low clearance on US 441. So I kind of had to double back and go around a residential block to turn around. And it was fine. I mean, it was not that big of a deal. The roads that I used to turn around, I still fit on. They weren't like posted no truck roads, but I did have to turn around. So yeah, I mean, every now and then I'll mess up. And the thing about these low clearance signs is that, like, a lot of times you don't even know about the low clearance until you get within just a few tenths of a mile from it. But as long as you're paying attention to the signs, you know, you don't really have that much to worry about. It's all about that improvisational skill, you know what I mean? So guys, I want to take a few minutes and just be real with you. I want to talk about some things. I want to start out by saying, first of all, that I'm really thankful for all of you that have stuck around and put up with me since I started this YouTube channel. Now, at first it was just something that I wanted to kind of take and just put together in my own way, even if that wasn't considered constructive for the format of YouTube. Like, see, there's a certain way that you become successful on social media platforms, and I've always looked at all that stuff and just kind of shrugged my shoulders at it, like, yeah, that's all fine and good, but that's not who I am. That's not who I want to be. I maybe even gave some people the wrong idea about that, but originally my first idea with this channel, the first video that I made before the SAP program, before I lost my last job, before any of that, I just wanted to film and talk while I was driving. I wanted to talk about all kinds of stuff. I wanted to talk about how I did my job, how, you know, roads came together in my state, and just stuff like that. And I never expected to get anybody's attention. I never really expected anybody to like my videos or anything like that. But then all that stuff happened with the SAP program. I failed a drug test, you know, all that really heavy, serious stuff happened, and it impacted me. It shifted my life, okay? It put me into a new season of life. It changed me in so many ways, you know, in a lot of positive ways it actually changed me, but also in a lot of negative ways. And I made one video and it just blew up, okay? And it got so many people's attention. And, you know, I can't even, at this point, I can't even really tell you guys if the fact that the algorithm on YouTube noticed me has anything to do with any of the content that I make consistently from the point that I made that video up till now. Like, I don't know if the algorithm uses any of my content or anything to put out there. Like, I don't know if what I'm doing right now is working or not. I know that, you know, I got a lot of people's attention with one video. And in that video, I was just being genuine, I was being transparent, and I was being vulnerable with you guys. I was being completely honest, and I was explaining my situation to you. And I got so much positive feedback just from that one video. And that's honestly what inspired me to continue my journey from that point on. Yeah, I wanted to kind of continue doing what I had done, but I got such impact from that one video that I posted about the SAP program that it inspired me to take it a step further. Okay? And so I just want to say to all you guys that found me when I made that video, and you've stuck around this whole time, you've put up with me, you've put up with even the negative stuff. And guys, like, I know that I've mentioned before that I just want to be real. I want to show you what really happens out here in the trucking industry. I want to be, you know, I don't want to cover any of it up. I want to be straightforward. I want to be honest. But there's one thing that I don't want to be anymore, and that is negative. And the reason why is because I think that negativity can be really detrimental to creativity. And guys, I love being creative. I'm a creative person. I like to play guitar. I like to paint. I like to write. I like to do all these creative things. YouTube videos aren't my only creative outlet. I've got all these other things that I've been doing since I was a kid. And I'm a creative person. Therefore, I think that just making these videos, it's kind of therapeutic for me. And I feel thankful, I feel blessed for the fact that anybody watches anything that I put out there, because honestly, guys, there's a certain limit to what I can do in this format. I'm doing my job. My job is real. Like, it's not an easy thing to do. But then when I try to throw the creativity, when I try to throw the creative aspect into it, it's fun and it helps me do my job, but it's also limited because there's only so much that I can show you. There's only so much I can put in a YouTube video when I'm out here vlogging my job as a truck driver. So I've been thinking a lot lately, a whole lot about all kinds of things. And I feel like I'm entering into another new season of my life. I feel like there's so much more that I have potential to do. And I think that a lot of the negativity that I've put into my videos, it's not that I did it purposely. It's not that I was trying to build negative energy up in any kind of way at all. It's just that the nature of what I'm doing can kind of bring that side of me out. And I don't mean to be negative, but it's just kind of a reaction that I have because it's all part of our human nature, right? Well, I really want to change that, okay? And I really want to change my perspective on creative content altogether. So what I'm saying is I kind of want to go in a new direction. I want to keep doing YouTube. I do. But I kind of want to move in a new direction, and I want to use my creativity to its fullest potential. And I don't feel like I'm able to do that in this format. Now, don't get me wrong, I love making these videos, and I love the fact that some of you guys have stuck with me, stuck by me from way back when I started. That's awesome. And I'm not saying that I'm going to stop vlogging my job or anything that I can put together while I'm out here doing my job. That helps me. And I hope that it's helped other people. I know that one video that I made about the SAP program helped a lot of people. Guys, I'm still getting comments from people about that video. It was incredible. I think it was really something that, it was like a God thing, you know? Like, it was just something that I felt moved to do, and I wanted to do it in a real way. I wanted to connect with people face to face. And so I think that's probably why it made such an impact, because I was transparent, I was vulnerable, and I think that's what got people's attention about it. And I want to keep doing this, guys. I'm not saying that I'm going to stop making videos on this channel, but what I am saying is that I want to overcome this negativity, and I feel like a lot of the negativity has held me back in my creative potential. Now, guys, the fact is, I'm a truck driver. I've been a truck driver for almost 8 years now. It's coming up on 8 years in just a couple more months. Trucking is life for me. Trucking is all I know. I do it so much. I do this job more than I do anything else. I do it more than I sleep. I do it more than I spend the time with my family. You know, like I spend more time driving than I do anything else. And in the past year, in the past 8 years, I have learned so much from my career. A lot of that stuff I had to learn in hard ways, okay? But I'm thinking about all this stuff, and I'm thinking about, you know, how I came into the trucking industry. I'm thinking about what steps I had to take. I'm thinking about the mistakes that I made, thinking about what I've learned from those mistakes. And I'm thinking about it like this, like, okay, that SAP program video got so many views, and it just blew up, and it got so many reactions. And I think it's because in some way or another, it helped people. And it's still helping people. Like I said, I'm still getting comments about how it's helped so many people. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm thinking in a creatively constructive kind of way, and I'm thinking, okay, well, I've got so much more to talk about. I've got so much more that I can put together in a creative way to share with the world. And guys, that's what I want to do. It's really hard for me to do that while I'm doing my job, though. So what I'm thinking is I want to put something new together. I want to try a different format. Like I said, I love to write. I know that I told you guys that this YouTube channel would always be real life. It would always be unscripted. And I mean, that's one good thing about this channel, depending on how you look at it, depending on your perspective. That's one good thing about this channel. And this channel will always be a real life truck driving, vlogging kind of channel. But beyond that, I want to work on something new. Like I said, I'm entering into a new season of my life. And I heard something just yesterday. It kind of struck me and impacted me in a really, really big way. I heard somebody make this statement that in the new season, the old patterns don't work. So that means you got to start creating and developing new patterns to work. And I feel like I'm in a new season, guys. I'll be honest with you. I'm still in the SAP program. I feel like I still have a long way to go. I'm not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel anytime soon. I don't know how long this is going to be. I don't know how long I'm going to be subjected to this, okay? So I've got to start thinking in new, creative ways. If I want to find my way out of this, I've got to start thinking in new ways. And so what I'm saying is that I've been working on something new here lately. This is why I slowed down on my publishing of videos on this channel. It's because I want to continue to create content, but I want to do it in a new way. I want to take all of my creative potential and put something together and try something new. And that's what I'm working on. I'm just letting you guys know about it. That from this point out, I'm still going to put videos on this channel. I'm still going to do the vlogging thing. But this isn't going to be my main focal point on YouTube. This is not going to be my main focus. Guys, I've shown you everything about my job. I've made so many videos on this channel. The fact that you guys have stuck around, some of you from the very beginning, that's so awesome. But now I'm inviting you into a new season for me. I'm inviting you into new content that's delivered in a different kind of way. And if you enjoy my content, then I think you're going to enjoy this new stuff even more. So guys, what I want to do is I want to start a new YouTube channel. And I want to use creative writing. I want to use the knowledge that I already have. And guys, I've also been doing a ton of research online trying to put all this stuff together. Yes, I know a lot about truck driving, and I know a lot about the process of being a company truck driver, how I came into the industry, all of this. Guys, if you're watching my content partially because you're interested in becoming a truck driver, well, I can help you so much more in this new way than what I've done so far, just making content on this channel, vlogging content. There's so many other ways that I can help you. Or if you already are a truck driver and you're struggling in this way or struggling in that way, guys, I want to serve you. I want to take, the problems that I had when I was developing my skills years and years and years ago. And guys, if any of you are in that place, I want to serve you. I want to help you. Maybe I can, put something together that's going to help you in a constructive way. Or if you're not looking into becoming a truck driver, or if you're not already a truck driver, you just enjoy knowledge in general, what I'm working on, I'm telling you, I'm gonna put together a library, a database of knowledge that's just everything trucking, okay? Because honestly, guys, this is all I know. Really, this is all I know. This is the majority of the way that I spend my time. So I feel like if I was going to put anything out there into the world to benefit anybody else, it's going to have to pertain to truck driving. So guys, I'm just letting you know, and I'm inviting you to this new channel that I'm putting together. It's not ready yet. I still have a long way to go. I still have a lot of work to do. But if you're interested, when it's ready, when I have it online and I have it put together, it's going to start out small and it's going to gradually grow throughout time. But once I have everything put together, I'm going to make another video to publish on this channel letting you know, hey guys, it's ready. Come on over, check it out. Tell me what you think about it. And thanks. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your interest. Okay? So I just wanted to let you guys know about that, where I'm at now, where I stand. Guys, I'm thinking about things in new, constructive ways. And I want to help people. I want to take my life lessons, my journey in life, what I've experienced out here in the industry, and turn it around to help other people, okay? So if you're interested, check it out. I'm very excited about this, you guys. I feel so good about this, just like I felt good about that video that I made on the SAP program and how much of an impact it made. I really want this to work and have the same kind of reaction that video had. And I believe that it will. So guys, I look forward to showing it to you, and stay tuned for it. All right, well, last thing I want to show you guys is the city of Madison. Is that okay? Now, Madison is a very nice historical city in Georgia that I have yet to show you guys, and I think you're gonna like it. I'm gonna do the best I can to show you the main strip. Guys, this is one of those cities that goes back before the Civil War. This is actually one of those cities, one of the few cities that, you know, if you know the history of the Civil War, I know this is really random, but this is not random for this city, and since we're here, I'm talking about it. General Sherman of the Union Army. If you know the history of the Civil War, you ought to know who he is. He's pretty famous, especially in Georgia, because of what he did when he marched his troops down through here. Now, he took an old Indian trading trail called the High Tower Trail. He made his way down through, and as you guys know, if you know who he is, you know he burned Atlanta down and continued to head his way down toward the city of Savannah. Well, he came through here, but this is actually one of the cities that he spared. So unlike Atlanta and a lot of the other cities that had to be rebuilt after the Civil War, you'll actually find a lot of homes and other buildings that are original that weren't rebuilt, you know, post-Civil War. Some of these houses date back before the Civil War. And I'm sorry if you guys are having a hard time seeing some of this stuff, but it is here. It's in Madison, Georgia. If you want to see some more of what this place looks like, I recommend doing a Google search on it. It's a beautiful city. I mean, just multi-million dollar homes all up and down the strip. we're coming up on the square, and they have a courthouse just like all these other squares I've shown you has a courthouse. Their courthouse, I'm not really gonna be able to get it. It's at an awkward angle from, you know, the direction we're facing, but it's over there, and it's just, it's immaculate. As I was saying in a previous video, you might be able to see it. It's right there. There's part of it. Can you see that? As I was saying in a previous video, you know, Georgia, we've got some beautiful old town squares in this state, like just awesome squares. We've got the history. If you're into history, this is your kind of place, Georgia. See if I can get a better shot of it. Right there. Can you see that? Maybe you can. Anyway, this is Madison. I mentioned to you guys in a previous video that I used to install cable. It was my job. I was a cable technician, and I used to have to come to Madison one day a week to do installs and trouble calls, where I was doing like repairs and stuff. And there was one of the houses right in this area. I can't remember which one it was. It was a long time ago. I mean, it was, gosh, over 10 years ago now. But one of these houses, it might have been that house right there. I don't know for sure, but they made a trouble call, and I had to go and repair their cable tap, which required me, you know, going down into their basement. And I mean, their house is just beautiful on the inside. I mean, just so well built. You guys know about these old houses and how well they were built. They're nothing like the newer houses were built. I mean, they're just gorgeous homes, you know. And so I went down in their basement, and the guy, the homeowner, he came down there and he started talking to me about, you know, how he had, you know, purchased the house. He'd only been there for a few years, and they were loving the place, loving the town, and that he was talking to the real estate agent when he purchased the home, and that particular home had documents about the Underground Railroad, where there was like a hidden wine cellar, and he showed me where it was. So they found these documents at the Historical Society, you know, for Madison, where that particular house was used for the Underground Railroad, where they used to like hide and smuggle slaves so they could get them up north, you know, and that they used to use that wine cellar in that house to hide slaves that were on the Underground Railroad. So I just thought that was really cool. So every time I come through here, I think about that guy. Think about his awesome house and what he was telling me. It was actually kind of creepy in his basement and the wine cellar and everything, but it was crazy because it was like this panel, and you wouldn't know it, but it was almost like a secret room. It wasn't a secret, it didn't have a tunnel or anything like that. It was just a secret room that was built into the foundation, and you'd never think that there was like a room behind that, but there was. This is a cool experience to meet the guy, go into his awesome historical expensive house and have him give me a history lesson. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and like I said, stay tuned for that new channel. I'll take just another minute to let you know about my schedule on this channel. Guys, like I said, I'm going to continue to put videos on this channel, but because I'm working so much on this new channel, the videos are going to be fewer and further between on this channel. I'm kind of, you know, breaking it down a little bit more. I'm putting more space in between the videos. And guys, for your sake and my sake, I think that's probably the better thing to do anyway, because right now I'm doing the same thing every day. I'm doing dedicated loads. I'm going to a lot of the same places repetitively, and that gets monotonous over time, and I don't want to, you know, lose your interest or anything like that. So maybe if I can just spread the videos out more and put more effort and more time into what I'm working on, that means it actually means more to me than this channel does. It does. It means a lot more to me. Then if you guys can appreciate where I'm coming from, then awesome. But I will see you guys next time. Like I said, stay tuned for that video I'm gonna drop on this channel to let you know to go check out my new channel when it's ready, okay? So until then, take care. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff to your heart's content. And I'll see you guys next time. All right, later.